Yes, boys. Yes, girls. You've read it correctly. This is what it is. The Boys is the best superhero show so far, and I believe that it is easily one of the greatest superhero show of all time. I'm not just saying this out of opinion, although it is my opinion. I'm actually going to give you reasons why. If you look at the MCU, if you look at the DCEU, you would see that in general, as a superhero thing, not a movie or a show, most of the time it's no longer story focused. Apart from the Batman was amazing. Okay, you're amazing, Batman. Possibly the best superhero movie or anything superhero related beside The Boys so far. Even Avengers Endgame, which was about like what, 3 years ago, it was not really story focused. It was not that good. It was just riding the hype because of how they just thought, we failed, right? We failed to beat this purple eggplant a few years ago, right? And we lost our friends. So how about we just not learn from our mistakes, go to the past, do something superficial and bring them back? The Boys doesn't show anything like this. It has one aim and one aim only from the first season, to kill Homelander. How do we kill this immortal Superman guy? How do we defeat him? How do we weaken him? How do we bring him down? And you would notice that the theme of the show is just normal guys like you and me, except that they have guns and they have experience and all of this, and they have gone on lots of suicide missions or whatever. They are way too OP, although they are normal people, and they do things that normal people do as well. Not entirely, but you get the point. The Boys is a show that's not afraid of showing you something like, for example, I don't know, someone's brains being blown up. It's not afraid of showing you, for example, a guy hitting a woman and possibly killing her, or brutally wounding her. It's not for kids. Like, easily it's not for kids. It has some of the worst and most gruesome scenes of all time. I've not seen things like this for such a long time, unless you play Mortal Kombat. Then you have seen things like that. But in a live action thing, you would barely see things like that. Even in horror movies, you wouldn't see things as brutal as that, at least not often. The show itself has a specific theme and it focuses on it. It doesn't abide by any agenda, it doesn't abide by politics or anything. If anything, they just poke fun at all of this. For example, you have A-Train's ad. A-Train's ad is just poking fun at this Kardashian or whatever her name is, I guess Kendall Jenner, right? So they are just poking fun at her ad, which was so useless and so stupid, just like lots of other things that Marvel produced.
Braka bum, we doing epic dance, braka bum.
Yeah, DD, yeah, you, yeah, freaky doodle go.
Hey, yo, wanna join in? Bring the Pepsi cup.
Okay, I'll go remove my makeup. I'm ready now. This little bit of makeup on my face and leave the rest.
Yo,
Oh
guys,
my
that's
God,
Kylie Jenner? Is that Kylie Jenner, guys?
Is
Is
it
that
Kylie? Really,
Kylie Jenner?
Should I beat her up?
Here, have a Pepsi. Here's the one Pepsi.
What the hell is that? Is that drugs? I love drugs.
Yeah, oh my God, he's drank, yes, all marijuana. I love marijuana as well. Yeah, the world is a better place now.
Ain't the first time that I get a bribe.
The Boys is just not taking itself seriously. It makes fun of you, it makes fun of me, it makes fun of all affiliations. It just shows you that the world is just one big joke. And this is the best part about it. There's no one that's excluded. They made fun of the gay agenda. They showed how companies can manipulate this just to milk money out of people, which is something that's happening, but lots of people choose to ignore it. They just showed how companies really don't care about anything except gaining money. Let it be when it comes to politics, wars, or when it comes to real life, and just using and manipulating people's affiliations and beliefs just for their benefits. You don't feel like you're excluded. You don't feel like this part, for example, they're gonna focus on this specific group or this specific idea and just ignore everything else. They don't care, okay? They would literally show you brutality left and right. They would show you that whoever you are, you're just disposable, okay? To this mighty great superheroes. Someone like Homelander, for example, who is easily one of the greatest villains I've ever seen in my whole life. The guy doesn't need to do something brutal for you to be terrified from him, for you to be scared for your life from him, for you to feel that this guy's gonna laser me through my screen while I'm watching. It's something like this. It's something so mad that the actor Tony Stark has done an amazing job in showing off how a villain is and how a villain can be terrifying without actually doing something gruesome. Homelander wouldn't go left and right just throughout the episode lasering people, but the moment he lasers someone, You're just afraid of him for the next 3 or 4 episodes because he's possibly going to do this again. Like I said, it's about Homelander losing his sanity throughout every single episode, throughout every single season. It's crazy. They are not also afraid of showing you a kid being beaten up or a kid bleeding or whatever. It's amazing. It's just a free for all show. It's a great watch, but you have to watch it when you're an adult. Do not watch it if you're under 18. That's the one downside for it, because I feel disgusted just seeing naked people left and right at times. But hey, that's an American show, right? This is what separates Amazon Prime from Netflix or from Disney Plus. They don't really care. They just give you something that they believe is good. They show it to you. They're creative, they're good, they're cool, and they give everyone their moments. They don't have to weaken someone to show you someone else strong. For example, you have Stormfront, and you see that she was beaten up by girls, and it was unlike this one scene in Marvel Endgame.
Don't worry. She's got help.
With women who barely know each other. Just they know that they are females and they don't have a peep. They had to show this for no reason. But in The Boys, it actually makes sense because all the girls who took part in beating up Stormfront, they all have superpowers. The guys don't have superpowers. They're not trying to force something in for no reason other than the specific reason of adding, like the critical drinker would say, the message. But they're just showing you something that only makes sense. The villains are amazing. The actors are doing a perfect job. The story itself is really good. It focuses on specific characters, how these characters evolve or devolve, how these characters deal with different things. Like for example, when the boys got their hands on some temporary compound V or temp V that gives you superpowers for just 24 hours. How they fought and everything, and yet even with these powers, when they were capable of fighting at equal grounds with others, they still used their minds. They had tactics, they had an idea, they had a plan, not just some kind of, hey, how dare you! How dare you kill my master! How dare you steal my pet teddy bear! They explain everything and it's so realistic. You feel that if you were in this world, you wouldn't be just going Super Saiyan from the first episode because someone stole your Hello Kitty bag, but you feel that you're going to be killed at any moment because it's so gruesome and it's so brutal. At the same time, it is so good, extremely realistic when it comes to the fear factor that, okay, this villain is not some wacky villain who's going to slap me and I'm going to fall comically on the ground and then be like, no, it's if you get slapped by a superhero, your head will be cleaved right off your shoulders.
Fatality.
I really love it and I feel that it does an amazing job. Also, another show is Invincible as well. But it's animated, it's not a live action. It's also really great. I might talk about it later. But yeah, what do you guys think? Thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel free to drop your comments down below. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. Watch The Boys when you're above 18, okay? Don't watch The Boys now. If you're under 18, okay, I'm looking at you. I can see you. I'll be in your nightmares. Yes, I'm basically the bonus parent that you have.